crafters, this is Raquel with Paints and Glitter, and I welcome you to my channel. Today I am unboxing craft kit number 84, Chamfered Gift Box. Every kit comes with a wallet, but this month you will also receive the hard binder that you can use to organize your kits. And every kit also gives you a little sneak peek and also a listing of the items inside. So this kit is super beautiful, and it also contains an entire pack of 8x8 papers, and we'll come back to that, but it's called Frosted Rose, along with your little bag of Nuvo goodies. And this month you're going to receive either the Glamour Gold ribbon that you see here in 3mm wide, or the same ribbon in navy gingham, but you're going to get the beautiful drops that you see here in bubblegum blush and a full bottle of Nuvo adhesive, including also a precision tip, which is wonderful because if you see the regular tip is a little bit larger, but you're going to really enjoy that. Now in the paper pack, you're going to receive some classic card in the colors cream, ivory white, pure view, and also the pure view and the cream are going to be 2 of each, which is wonderful. You're also going to get a smooth card in ivory, so that's 300 GSM, along with some polished gold, gold dust, majestic gold, and navy dazzle, as long with the majestic gold pearlescent card. So you get 2 pearlescent and the glitter card also. So here's a quick view here of that beautiful paper that you're going to receive, and it is 36 sheets of luxury 200 GSM cardstock. You get 3 of each 12 double-sided designs. Sorry about that. And they are acid and lignin free, so if you want to use them for scrapbooking, you can. They do also coordinate with the Beautiful Moments Tag Sentiments die set. So that's number 4362 if you want to search that, but I'll go ahead and link that below. And what I wanted to show you here is that some of these papers will even work for Christmas cards if you want to use them for that. And others will coordinate really nicely if you like to go ahead and do a gradient of colors. So if you see these at the end that I'm showing you, but they are beautiful. If you like blues as I do, then you get to see here these 3 also coordinate because it's the same pattern, just different hues there. So I very much look forward to making projects with that paper. And so here's the actual die and stamp set that you're going to receive, and the little sticker. Of course, you can go ahead and label these as you like, so that way you know exactly what you're working with. But the little stamps are beautiful. It says, "With love always, made just for you, forever friends, for a special someone, from the heart, and to brighten your day." So I love it when Tonic includes a set of stamps that's good for all year round. And you're going to receive full instructions along with your dies. And here is a little bit of a sneaky peek as to the actual dies in your kit. You're going to see that there are some detail dies here, some stippling edge and smooth edge dies that will allow you to layer your box, and also this little die here, which actually debosses a sentiment onto a tag, along with another little sentiment here. So you actually have a lot to work with in terms of just the tag alone, because don't forget that you can use the stamps on that. But I'll be using the warm hugs, which is what I just showed you there. And here are the other little layers. So there's a lot of detail in these different dies that you can either use to cut into the backgrounds, or you can use them with their corresponding layer pieces. And there's also some other little ones that I'm pointing out there for the corners, and you'll see how those all work a little later on in this tutorial. So we're going to get right to it, and you're going to be surprised at how easy this is to assemble. But here are the panels that I cut out. Now I used that beautiful cardstock from Tonic Studios that's in the kit. 2 of the panels that will be the sides of the box I left on just a solid cut, as you see there, and then 2 I cut into. So here's one of the layers, for instance, and you're going to be using that little rectangle that you see there in the blue on the side. That's going to be the actual base of the box. So if you would like to, you can do as I've done here, which is to just place the layers on top. or you can do the more intricate cut. But what I want you to pay attention to is how all of the folds here that I'm pointing out are mountain folds, and the ones in the center are curved. So after you place all of your layers on there, if you'd like to do as I've done here, which is that I cut the intricate parts out of the base of the box, I've also used that frosted rose card to create layers for the inside of the box. Now, I'll only be using these on 2 of those panels, but if you want to, you can do all 4. And what I've done here is to allow that beautiful blue paper to kind of be seen poking out of those beautiful little intricate cuts, if that makes any sense. So here you only need adhesive on the very edge of these pieces because, again, they are going to layer right behind all of those cutouts. And I'll be doing the same for the little cutouts on the edge pieces there, which I'm going to refer to as little shark fins. But if you flip it over, now this is the outside of the box, you can also do the same. But here, what I did is I cut into that beautiful gold paper using the dies and created a layer that I will place on the outside of the box. So you see here, you do have quite a few choices there. Do you want it to be solid, cut out of that intricate die, or do you want to use the beautiful rose papers? So to create the base of this box, you're simply going to take all 4 sides, and super easy, you're going to take the largest tab on the bottom and you're going to adhere them onto this rectangle. Now I've cut it out of that gorgeous blue card included in the kit, and I've purposely placed the 2 solid opposite each other and then the 2 really intricate panels opposite each other. And here's a better view of that. But because this is a beautiful box that will be open, I definitely want to cover those tabs. So for that, I just went ahead and cut out a second rectangle using that floral paper, and that covers the inside there. So if you want to continue decorating the interior part, of course you can do so. But here I want to show you how to overlap these, and it's going to now make sense as to why I didn't decorate every single one of those little panels. And that's because that tab there is actually going to be glued. And so you can just place your Nuvo Deluxe adhesive there and overlap your papers. And now it makes more sense as to why it was decorated as such. Make sure you hold this really nice and taut because you don't want that paper to slip as it is drying. Even though the video is fast, I do want to point that out, that you want to be mindful of the angles in this box because it is what makes it different from any other that you may have seen, and also just so very beautiful. So the smaller tab at the bottom folds toward the inside of the box, and then the larger ones fold toward the outside, if that makes sense. So here on the very top of this box, you're also going to adhere the little tabs 4 times around. And you want to be mindful also of the edge of that top. But here are the beautiful results. And now we want to make the lid. So for the lid, you're going to need 6 pieces that look like this. And then you're going to need yet another rectangle. So I'm going to go ahead and decorate these. You can decorate them as you like with the dies included, but you want to fold those tabs. They're also all going to be mountain folds. And again, mindful of the angles there. And these are also going to be overlapping. So you see the little tabs that are not decorated, those are also going to be placed right behind that rectangular piece. So there you see me applying adhesive and overlap them. Then make sure that you hold on to that. And the one little piece of advice that I will give you here is that you definitely want to hold these at an angle as they are drying. So it's not a flat piece there. And then you're going to see how the second little tab there, I've froze it there for you. So you see that the second little tab is going to also adhere at a 90-degree angle. And that's super important because of the way that this is going to sit on top of that box. So holding on to that little lid, you're going to repeat that for the second one. And these 2 pieces are now going to adhere onto that rectangle that you would have decorated. And what I've done here is adhered the largest tab first. I think that makes it a whole lot easier. And there is a center score line on that rectangle. You want to go ahead and fold it as a valley fold. And as you're adhering these panels to the side, it's going to make more sense as to why you would fold it as such, but make sure that you also get those tabs adhered underneath that rectangle in a really nice perpendicular fashion. So that way the closure of this box is super nice and neat for you. So here I'm repeating the same thing on the opposite edge. So you're going to notice how easy it is to assemble this box. It's actually going to take you longer to cut the papers than it will to put it all together. But I just wanted to let you know that there are a variety of different ways that you can decorate it. But here, let's place the lid on top. You see those little tabs that go all the way around that box? You want to make sure you nudge the papers so that you can fit the lid right behind them. And that is going to give you a nice secure closure to this absolutely stunning box. And I was so surprised at how easily that fit together. So the next thing that I decided to do for this one was to use those beautiful drops. Now that's a crystal drop, so it does dry shiny and with a pretty dome. But if you see what I'm doing here, you can use this to color your paper. So what I do is that I take my little pokey tool, and once I've placed the drops on the paper, which of course in this case I've layered with that gorgeous metallic paper, then I can spread the drops around to make a beautiful decorative finish. And then the other ones just will dry as a pretty dome shape. So they will look like little pearls in the color Bubblegum Blush, which is absolutely darling. So you can add as many or as little of these as you like if this is something that appeals to you. I coupled mine with another glitter drop, which you don't see in the video, but you'll see it in the photo. And that's called Velvet Evening, which, by the way, matches perfectly with this paper collection. So if you are a person who loves to add Nuvo drops to your projects, then that will be the other color that you see in the cover photo of this video. But I do hope that this tutorial has been helpful to you. The next thing you're going to see is the addition of that beautiful ribbon to the little tag and how I placed that on the top of the lid. But don't forget that you can reach out if you have any questions. Leave me a comment in the video in the portion below. And here, by the way, is some 3mm wide red line adhesive, and that's what I'll be using to adhere the ribbon. But you can get this in several different sizes from Tonic Studios. And the other thing that I wanted to mention is that you have until the 18th of this month of October 2024 to get this kit. You're going to want to grab it. It's absolutely gorgeous. And if you do subscribe, you will get 10% off of every order at tonicstudios.com. I highly advise you do so. And I hope that you can be inspired and be blessed. And I thank you so much for having spent some time with me today. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye-bye.